So I don't have a degree in business or marketing or advertising or anything, but even I was able to see that Titanfall 2 was going to fail in terms of sales due to the fact that it was being released between Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1. I made a video talking about that 2 months ago. It's like a 3-minute video where I just kind of touched on that really quickly. But basically, the title of that video was, "Is Titanfall 2 doomed?" And the reason why I had the idea that it was going to be doomed is because of what we're seeing now, right? We're seeing articles where it's very apparent that Titanfall 2 did not live up to standards. It didn't sell as well as EA predicted it was going to. And every media outlet apparently is saying that it's because it was being released between Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't really think it takes a genius to figure something like that out. I don't think you need a degree in business or anything. I don't think you need a brain to figure out that that's a bad idea. I feel like anybody who plays video games, who plays first-person shooters, and knows what Titanfall, Infinite Warfare, and Battlefield are, I feel like anybody could have said, "Yo, you know what? You guys might not want to do that. You guys might want to hold off until maybe, March, April, May, June, somewhere around there when, people are getting tired of the other FPS games. And that way there's a gap in the market for a new FPS title, right? Especially Call of Duty, because say what you will, Infinite Warfare and Titanfall 2 are almost the same game, right? It's the same theme, it's the same feel in terms of the gameplay, the same movement concepts. A lot of it is the same thing, right? Except you don't get Titans, but whatever, who cares about that? That's a pretty big thing, but at the same time, it doesn't make up for all of the other similarities that the two games share, right? So it would make more sense to release your game once the hype, or I don't even want to say hype, but the honeymoon phase, if there even is going to be one for Infinite Warfare, is dying down around February, March, so on and so forth, right? Because it's inevitable. It always happens with Call of Duty. Call of Duty always ends up dying around January or February. Like, not dying in terms of like, oh, nobody plays it. I'm sure there are still people that play it, but the vast majority of people, especially on things like YouTube and Twitch, people stop playing it after a couple of months because all of the broken things come out, people get sick and tired of dealing with it, so on and so forth. So, I feel like it would have been a better decision to release your game in March or April or May or June, because you were going to get what you're getting now. You're getting what you deserve. You do not release two FPSs in the same month. And the exact excuse that I said that they were going to use is what they're using, right? They're using the excuse that, well, there's different kinds of gamers out there. There's Battlefield gamers, and there's Titanfall gamers, and there's gamers who just want to play all of the best FPS titles this fall at the same time. Listen, man, that's bullshit, alright? There are different kinds of gamers. Some people like the World War I theme, some people like the futuristic theme, some people like the modern theme, some people like, Vietnam or whatever. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. You can like what you like in terms of the themes of the games, but at the end of the day, people only have a certain amount of money to waste. And they're not going to spend it on 3 FPSs when 2 of them are essentially the exact same thing, and one of them is a massively, like, it's such an established franchise. It's a juggernaut in terms of gaming franchises. Whether you like Call of Duty or not, you cannot deny that it is a juggernaut. It does command it. Any game that tries to release within that like November, October window, if it's not something like a GTA, if it's not something like obviously Battlefield 1 because it's a direct competitor, if it's not one of these massive games that we only get, every 2, 3, or 4 years, it's gonna get outsold by Call of Duty. Historically speaking, right now we're seeing that Infinite Warfare, I think, has the lowest pre-sales or pre-orders of all time when it comes to Call of Duty. I don't know if that's true or not, because I haven't really been keeping up with the news for Infinite Warfare, because like I said, I don't really think it's a good game. I just think it's whatever. I'm not going to be buying it, so I don't really care about it that much. But you can't be so cocky as to believe that your game is going to do well when it's going up against not only Battlefield 1, which is what everybody apparently is clamoring for, right? Oh, we want boots on the ground. We want boots on the ground. Okay, so then why would EA then go out and have Respawn Entertainment release Titanfall 2 directly after Battlefield 1 comes out? And then why would you release it like 2 weeks before Infinite Warfare comes out? I know they were trying to basically say like, oh, we're gonna capitalize on that side of the FPS market before Call of Duty does. But guess what? You're not Call of Duty. You're never going to be Call of Duty. That's probably a better thing for Respawn, honestly, because I think Call of Duty is just done and it's pretty much over with, to be honest with you. It seems like that seems to be the general feel in terms of what the community is saying about the game. But you know, you're not Call of Duty. You're not going to get that number of sales. You're not going to get the same number of pre-orders. You're never going to have the same amount of fans. It's just not going to happen, right? Not with Titanfall. Maybe with another game, maybe with another FPS, but don't come out here and think that you're going to like knock the juggernaut down. It's not going to happen. Now, I will give Titanfall this. I will give Respawn and EA this. They had a hand in playing. They played a role in, I guess, quote unquote, I'm doing quote fingers here, killing Call of Duty, because ever since Titanfall came out, every Call of Duty after that has been essentially the same thing as Titanfall, right? The wall running, the boost jumping, and all that stuff. And every Call of Duty player that I know that's, you know, an old school player, they all hate it. So I guess in a way Titanfall did have a hand in ruining the Call of Duty franchise for the longtime fans, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other fans to take their place. That doesn't mean that there aren't other kids that are going to come up and, you know, buy the game later on. So, I don't know, man. I feel like this just highlights the disconnect between the gaming industry and, like, developers and publishers and the consumer. EA has a long history of this, and I think this is, like, one piece of a larger problem in the industry. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.